Hey everybody, Brian here from Vintage Classic Specialist. Happy Wednesday, hump day to everyone. It is time for another episode of Day in the Life of Vintage Classic Specialist. So let's see what happened here today in our little VW restoration shop. Let me start with this beauty here, which is of course a 67 bus. It's a combi, might be an SO42. Got to look up the code on it, or if any of you guys have the book or whatever handy. There it is. So feel free to look it up and see what this is. Otherwise, I will try to do it later. Anyhow, that's that. So whatever this bus is, it's bitching and it's getting cooler by the day. So big thing that happened today. Well, a couple big things that happened. The biggest thing though is our magician Santiago pretty much, well, mostly finished the headliner. So there's still a little bit of work back there to do, as you can see. However, the big main section is in, and always with this guy's work, the thing is as tight as a drum. So yeah, very fortunate to have such an awesome team, guys. Couldn't ask for better guys on my team. So yeah, that's kind of the huge thing that happened today. In parallel with that, some things related to windows. I think I mentioned yesterday that his all of his pop-out frames were pretty crispy, and it wouldn't really have been worth it to go and do body work on them and trying to disassemble them. The screws were breaking. I mean, these things were just kind of trashy, and so it made much more sense to buy new reproduction ones from Wolfsburg West rather than essentially pay us to try and make the old crusty ones up to par. It would have been a bit of a struggle. We could have done it, but financially, much more sense to just buy new ones, and then they're clean, they're ready to go, pretty much paint them. So that's what Rene is working on now, is painting those. In fact, I think he sprayed them already. So that is happening. As far as Rafa is concerned, he pretty much built out the door frame / windows today. Not really much to see because he's got them squirreled away over here nicely out of the way, but there they are. So as far as I know, those are fully built now and ready to go into the bus. He did repress the vent windows with new seals and stuff, replaced some latches that were kind of wonky, and yeah, so these things are ready to go in when that time comes. So Rafa, as you guys know who follow the channel regularly, Rafa generally speaking works Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So those will probably go in like Monday when he comes back, because I've got plenty of stuff to do around here, and he's kind of our bus guy anyway. So yeah, let's see. So yeah, these are coming along. So I think I might have showed you yesterday, we're trying to match a lot of paint on this bus, and I believe I talked about how this area here was all rusted out. And of course that'll show when the Safaris are open. So Rene went and did, body work on these, got them looking all smooth and stuff, and then painted them with some paint supplied by the owner. The color match, we thought we could kind of like just blend it down about to this level, again from kind of the window frame area, kind of blend it down into here. But even when he tried to like sand it and blend it and stuff, it was still pretty noticeable. So the new plan now is to take that paint, and he is able to tweak the paint some and get it as close as we can basically, and then paint the whole sort of like V section with that paint. Because then, due to like the body crease and stuff like that, if the paint is off, like a shade or a part of a shade going from that transition, you won't really so much notice it. So without pretty much painting the whole bus, that's kind of our best option. So it'll look good, trust me, guys. So that's why this is now sanded down. Again, try to just do like the minimum, but the paint match just wasn't quite good enough with what was supplied to us. So that is happening there. All right, So I think that covers this one. So again, like half the team literally working on this thing, Rafa, Santiago, and Rene. How about me? What the heck did I do today? Well, if you saw the thumbnail, you know that this car got 3 windows. So finally went ahead and I bought new seals for the rear quarter windows and the rear window, because the ones that we took out of the car were a bit stiff, and we feel like they probably would have really fought us going in, which is not really something you want because you could potentially break a window. And they were hard enough that they might not have really formed a good seal on the body. So, you know, the seals aren't really that expensive in the grand scheme of things. So we went ahead and replaced all 3, and then new trim on each of those. His was a little bit scuffed up and stuff. So anyway, so these windows went in without drama. It takes a little while to prepare them by the time you get the seals on and put the trim on them and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just, you know, it's just a process that you go through. And then those went in very nice. And literally I was wrapping that up. I think I had just finished like wiping the windows down on the inside of the car, and I closed the driver door, and I heard like a metallic thud, like something falling to the floor. And I looked, and I don't have it here, but basically the part of the latch that attaches to the pop-out window itself, so with the little knob on it, it literally just broke off and fell onto the floor. And so I ended up talking to the owner, and when I told him that happened, he kind of laughed and he said, "Oh yeah, that's not surprising. That one, at some point, somebody had JB welded it on there." And so it wasn't even really like a structurally intact piece. I thought maybe it had just fatigued over the years or something and broke, but well, apparently it had, and then somebody JB welded it at some point, which, you know, I get, you do what you got to do. But anyway, so, and it was a bit pitted, as was the other side. So again, talked to the owner and said, you know what, I think we should, obviously we had to replace this latch, but let's just go ahead and do them both. And so yeah, 3 windows went in and 2 came out. So those, I should have those back in tomorrow. I'm getting the parts probably before lunchtime from Wolfsburg West, the new latches and the glass to frame seals and stuff like that. So I'll have those back in tomorrow. Not a big deal. And then, yeah, a couple other little things that we talked about that we may want to do on this car. And we're thinking it may be ready to go and maybe within like the next couple weeks or so. So we'll see. But yeah, first things first is to replace those. Oh, and then the other thing I'm replacing while I'm at it, which I just literally kept forgetting to do, was his door to body seals, which were very crispy and missing like little chunks kind of all along them. So yeah, those are getting replaced too. And as I always mention, use the Brazilian ones, not the German ones. German ones are hard as rocks. It's going to be hard to get your doors to close. Brazilian ones are nice and squishy. So there you go. So I did that, worked on that today and pulled the doors apart, pulled those out and pulled them apart. So they are sitting here waiting patiently. I'll show you the one that broke. Let's see, where is it? Yeah, so this is the one that broke, and you can kind of see some kind of adhesive that was on there. He said it was JB Weld, so I suppose that's what that is. But yeah, somebody at some point, I think, had basically like glued this to the window because it had broke down here. And so, yeah, when I closed the door earlier, pop, off it came. And so, yeah, anyway, I was kind of relieved that it had been glued before. Not that I really thought I broke it, because all I literally did was close the door and it popped off. But still felt kind of bad until he told me it had been JB Weld, and then had kind of a good laugh about it. But yeah, that's that. The other thing I did was I did spend a few more minutes on the mini monster, as I'm calling it, the 1500cc 36 horse. Nothing too big, but I went in and double checked and adjusted the valves. They were all pretty spot on, and put on the valve covers, put on the fan belt, and what else? Oh, put on the, up underneath the motor, put on the sump plate and screen and so on and sealed that all up. So this motor is pretty much, I think, ready to, I got to put a couple spark plugs back in it, and I need to pick up a new filter for it, for the full flow filter. So other than those few things, I think this thing is ready to put oil in and fire it up again. Like I said, I'll go ahead and fire it up on the test stand, make sure everything's good, and then see about getting with Brian Roth to strap it to his dyno. So again, stay tuned for that. Realistically, probably next week. We'll see. It depends on Brian's schedule and his with his dyno and his other work he's doing. So, but yeah, anyway, getting closer now, kind of taking my time, but it's almost ready to go. Let's say about that close. So guys, I believe that's it for today. So thank you all for watching, and we will see you again tomorrow. Bye.